better.
Yeah.
Things could definitely be better.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. You're in the right place.
Thank you.
That's a good news.
We agree on one thing.
Exactly, right? It's important.
Yeah.
So kind of give me and Amy an overview of what you're coming in with today.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, you want us to come.
You said he wanted you to come?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was your choice.
You made the appointment, yeah.
I did.
And he dragged you kicking and screaming, or are you on board a little bit, or how?
I wouldn't say she's on
I'm
board.
here.
You're here. Okay. That's a big step. All right. Sorry, go ahead, Frank.
Basically, the reason I finally just decided to call and make an appointment, I've never been to counseling, we've never been to counseling, but I was just done. I'm just done. I feel like our relationship is for whatever reason, it was great when we got married, we had kids, and then for whatever reason in the last year or two, it's just dead. I mean, I feel like I'm working really hard to make it, keep the spark alive, as they say, and you just have just shut down. I feel like you've just given up.
So I go,
Do you want to?
so Frank is constantly coming after me for sex. And when I don't concede, or I don't know if that's the word, if I don't agree, he gets really angry. And that's not necessarily like a great incentive to try again.
Okay, so the main issues right now are you're wanting to be more affectionate, you're wanting to keep the love of the spark alive in the marriage, and Julie, you're not desiring that right now, or maybe you're not desiring the way that Frank is pursuing that, or
I think it's a little bit of both. Not having energy,
okay.
and also, yeah, being put off by the way he reacts when I say no to sex.
Okay, so are you both working? You're home with the kids? How's that?
I work, she's home with the kids.
Okay.
All day.
So walk us through, you get home from work.
I mean, you pay me out to be some sort of sexual predator. I get home from work.
Not strong.
Well, you act like I like aggressively attack you, and that's not the case. I just want normal amounts of sex. So I get, usually, most nights I get home from work after a really long day, I'm exhausted, but I offer to help clean up dinner. I try to give her a hug, ask her affectionately how her day's been, and she's just like silent. She shuts me down, she doesn't want to talk, she doesn't want to hug me, and then at night, the 2 or 3 times a week that I want to have sex, which I don't think is an outrageous amount of times to want to have sex a week, you just don't ever want to, ever.
Ever?
I mean, maybe, I feel like you just give in maybe once or twice a month.
I mean, you have kids, so
Yeah.
she's gotta, she said yes maybe once, twice. But it seems like she, doesn't want to very often, majority of the time, she says no.
It never seems like she wants to.
Okay.
Sometimes, maybe once or twice a month, she begrudgingly
Just doesn't
gives
say.
in,
Okay.
which is miserable for me. I mean, that's not any fun.
Julie, is that accurate? Do you don't want to ever, you just do occasionally?
I have banana in my hair right now from our child.
Yeah.
When he comes home, I have children climbing on me, yelling at me. Now they're yelling at him. I mean, I say yelling, they're like, Daddy, Daddy. I'm exhausted. I know he works hard to support our family, but like I'm exhausted, and the last thing I want to do is have sex most nights. And it feels like another person that I have to like fend off. Like I have to be everything for these kids because they depend on us. And then another person comes home and wants something from me. And all I want is sleep for myself or a shower.
Yeah.
And then he gets angry, and then it's like another person's angry at me because I won't give them what they want.
Mm-hmm. So let me make sure that we've got this right. So Julie, you've been working with the kids all day, taking care of people, giving people what they need, what they want, being super mom all day. And then Frank gets home. Frank, you've been working all day, you're tired, you want to relax, you want to release some stress, you want to be with your wife. And is it right when you get home, there's no talking, or is it as soon as you initiate sex, it's shut down?
Pretty much both. I mean, she's pretty much cut off from me all the time.
Like maybe distracted, is that an accurate term? She's distracted with the kids
Distracted.
at first.
Yeah, but also definitely distracted, but it seems a little bit more like purposeful than that.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost disgusted.
Wow. Okay. So you get home, you feel as if she's disgusted, but you're still trying to make some connection. So you initiate sex, and then Julie, you shut down at that because you feel like this is one more person needing something from me today. So you shut down, and then there's anger from that because of rejection or whatever it is, and then that makes you kind of want to pursue more, and it makes you withdraw a little bit more because he's angry.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a pretty accurate. I do get pretty angry because sometimes I just don't know how else to. I feel like if I just raise my voice a little bit or talk a little bit more or give her a little bit more affection, finally you'll just break and be intimate with me and talk to me, but that hasn't worked, so I don't know what else to do.
Like maybe the anger will get some sort of reaction, even if it's not.
Yeah.
So Alyssa kind of, really explained a cycle that's been going on with you two. When your wife rejects you, how do you feel? What's that emotion that you get besides anger when she does reject you?
I mean, like horrible. I mean, there's no worse feeling than your own wife not wanting you, not wanting to be around you, not wanting you physically. You just feel totally rejected, and it's pretty isolating, actually. And I feel ashamed and just rejected.
That's tough. And what about you? How do you feel when you're exhausted, you have kids running around, and your husband needs you, he wants you, but you're kind of, pushing him away a little bit? What is that? What's coming up when he is pursuing you? That emotion that you get.
Weirdly enough, I think I feel angry too.
Okay, why is that?
Because it's another person wanting something from me. And he knows these things about me, like that I'm tired and this isn't a good time to ask for sex. And I just feel gross too.
Yeah.
Would there be a good time to ask for sex?
I don't know, do we have any time? It feels like we have no time.
I feel like we have time.
When do we have time?
at night. The kids go to bed at 8 p.m.
They wake up at 5:30.
I know, but you still, I mean, you can't, we both stay up for another hour and a half, 2 hours after they go to bed, watching TV, you read your magazines. So you have time to do that, but you don't have time to talk to me or be with me. I just don't get that.
I don't have time for myself. It's like time for myself.
But what about time for us?
I don't know. I just feel guilty when you get mad at me.
What do you feel guilty for?
That I'm not being or doing my wifely duties.
What's wifely duties? What is it?
To have sex 2 or 3 times a week like a normal couple. Whatever normal is.
I don't feel like those are really wifely duties. I just would, it would be nice if you just wanted that, just without feeling like you had to participate in that. And I don't understand why you don't.
Julie, was there a time when you did want to engage in sex, when that was something that you desired?
Didn't have kids.
Okay.
What was that like? What were you feeling? What differently than you are now? What was that?
I had energy. I felt attractive. You're in love. New.
And
Had
you're-
8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, and so you're feeling what now?
I just feel lonely. Like I'm tired. I'm scared.
What are you afraid of?
That if we can't work this out, then he's gonna leave.
I just don't know, I don't know how else I can reassure you that that's not gonna happen. I just don't get it. There's something that I just don't get about that.
Greg, I'm gonna stop you right there, because I think we're seeing a little bit of the cycle here of you withdrawing a little bit, and that triggers something in you that makes you angry. So we're gonna try something, and it's gonna be a little bit awkward, but it could be helpful. Julie, I want you to try to say to Frank what you just said to us about feeling like he's gonna leave you. And Frank, instead of responding with anger, which I understand may be the initial feeling that comes up, get underneath that feeling that we just talked about, and try to respond to what she's needing from you in that. Try to identify what she's needing and then respond. Okay, go ahead, Julie. Say it to
This
him.
is gonna help.
It is.
Kind of like having sex with
It's
kids
hard to
and-
ask her what you need
Yeah.
sometimes.
And just talking in general, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what am I saying?
You're gonna tell him what you just told us, that
Okay.
you feel, like when you don't have sex or whatever it
Okay.
is.
So, when you come home and ask for sex, every time, I feel
to get what you need, and I don't want you to be exhausted. And I know that you work so hard at home, and you give so much to everyone else. But I don't want to just be another need.
That was great and only minimally awkward for you guys, so well done. What you guys just did was you expressed a deep need that we call attachment needs, and it's this feeling that you need to belong, that you need to know that this person's in it with you and they're not going anywhere, and that you can rely on them. And somehow we lose sight of that sometimes, and we get in these vicious cycles. But you guys are just able to communicate what you need and start repairing those previous wounds that you had.
Yeah, and now, I mean, you see this cycle that's been going on, and it's this one cycle that's been happening for I don't know how long years. But if we can kind of label that cycle as, you know, whatever you guys want to label it, instead of you guys, you know, each of you being the issue or the problem, this cycle is the problem. And so that is easier to kind of, to help, because you aren't the problem, it's the cycle, and that's what it is.
So it's not necessarily about having, you know, banana in your hair. It's not feeling attractive. You know?
I just don't understand that. I feel like I tell you a million times a day that I think you're beautiful. I don't know how else I can reaffirm you or affirm you and reassure you that I think you're beautiful. And that hasn't changed since the day that I met you. I don't know how else to say that.
Julie, is there something that Frank could do differently when he's pursuing you? Or is there something that could change about the dynamic that would make sex more attractive to you? Could he, you know, help with the kids more when he gets home so that you're not as exhausted? Or is there something that could change? Get a housekeeper?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just one day a week.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, that's totally possible.
okay?
That's totally possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids make huge messes all day.
I know, and I know I don't see that. And I know that you always are so great to have the house perfectly clean and immaculate when I get home. I know that there's so much going on behind the scenes that I don't see.
I know that you work really hard too, so that I can stay home.
And if one day you don't decide that you want to go back to work, we can also figure that out. You don't have to stay home every day, all day with the kids. If you want to get a part-time job and the kids go to daycare, we can do that too. And we have a lot of options that we have not even thought about yet.
Yeah. Or talked about it,
Yeah, or talked about.
because we don't talk.
Yeah, it sounds like this has been a great
Yeah.
opportunity just for y'all to have the space to express what you need to each
It's
other.
good in therapy.
And this is something that at home, even this week, as you recognize this cycle, and like Aimee said, even naming it, give it whatever name you, George, whatever, I don't know. And as you recognize getting in this cycle, one of you maybe can say like, hey, this is happening again, you know, so that you can, you know, if you're starting to get angry and Julie says we're getting in this cycle again, then you can slow down, figure out, okay, I'm not just angry, I'm hurt because I'm feeling rejected. And then recognizing in Frank, wow, he's not just mad at me, he's just hurting because he feels like I don't want him as much as he wants me. That's easier to get on the same page with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And just like what you guys were doing here, it was so easy for you to recognize and kind of have empathy for each other and then easily make solutions. Get a nanny, do these little things that helps both of you. And you can do this so easily at home.
Yeah, we used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Kids complicate things.
They really do.
Let's just give our kids away.
To a
Send them
daycare
off to the
3 days a week.
Yeah, well, thank you guys
Yes,
for
thank y'all.
being open with us.
Yeah.
Y'all made a lot of progress
Yeah.
in
I
just
think we
one
did too.
session. I feel a lot of
Thank you.
hope for you guys.
Yeah,
We
me
can
too.
definitely do some great work.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Does this time work?
Yeah.
Yes,
Next week?
definitely.
time?
We'll be here for sure.
Awesome.
We'll be
Can we do
using
2
a
hours?
Different therapeutic approach.
Yeah.
Next week.